What up, YouTube? It's C-Money, back to you with another deck profile. This time I'll be playing Subterror Guru Control. It's probably the most consistent deck I've played, but then again, I just love playing stun decks. Let's get right into the deck profile. So first off, we got the namesake for the deck himself. We have Subterror Guru. Searches anything you need out of the deck, flips your own monsters face down, sometimes even flips your opponent's monsters face down, which comes up quite a bit. Play 3 of it, you need it, you want to see it every opening. Sometimes you see 2 of it and it's still fantastic, and it's great. Always great. Now, the whole reason you play the deck, Subterror Fiendus. It's your hand trap, negates anything you need it to, and it gives you infinite resources. Because it has a second effect that a lot of people forget about. So when you summon it, you can target a monster you control, flip it face down to summon a Subterror from either your hand or your graveyard. So you can flip Fiendus face down to recur a Fiendus from your grave, so you have infinite Fiendus. You can send Fiendus from your hand or field to the graveyard to negate anything. It's great. Then your 1-ofs for your monster ratio. Play 1 Subterror Nemesis Archer. Just helps you out some problematic cards. Spins monsters if they're face down, you control another Subterror. It's just a good out for some monsters. And you play 1 Umastrix. 1 Subterror Behemoth Umastrix. Again, it's a big body, so it helps you close games. You flip it, you banish something, outs problematic cards, and you just keep flipping it. It's fantastic. Then to close out your monsters, you play Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Play 3 of it. Just best hand trap in the game right now. Really the only playable hand trap in this game besides Nibiru. You just gotta play it. So, play 11 monsters if I remember correctly. Yep. That's it for the monster lineup. Let's move on to spells. Best spell in the game. Play 3 copies of Hidden City. Searches any of your Subterror monsters from your deck to your hand, and then lets you flip one of them face up. So you search Guru off this, set Guru, flip Guru face up, search your Fiendus. Just opens up your entire plays. You play 4 of it. Your 3 normal and your 1 terraforming. You have to run it. Then you play most expensive card in the deck, best card in the deck, 3 Pot of Extravagance. Because you play Subterror Guru, you don't care about your extra deck. Extra deck's literally there for extravagance targets. All you do is you banish them, draw lots of cards. What could be better? I like drawing cards. Do you like drawing cards? Because I do. And you play 3 Duality, just consistency. It's fantastic. You don't special summon during your turn anyways, so there's no downside to running 3 of this card. And then you don't like it when people Ash Blossom your Hidden City, so you run 3 copies of Called by the Grave. And then it's also good for the Orcus matchups where if they try to Symbol Skeleton to pull something from their graveyard, you banish their target. It ends their plays right there. And then you play 2 copies of Cosmic Cyclone, just to out problematic back row. That's it for the spells. So you play 2, 5, 8, 11, 15 spells. Move on to traps. You play 2 copy of Subterror Final Battle. It has 4 different effects. They're all good. And it has so many effects, there has to be something good here. And all 4 of them are good. So you can use it to change one of your face down Subterrors face up and get a flip effect off. You can change a face up face down so you can get a flip effect off on your turn. You can make it to where your Subterror monsters can't be negated this turn, which is also fantastic. It also helps you close out games by combining their attack and defense together, so you can just close out a game. So Umastrix goes from 2,000 body to 4,700. It's half life points right there. So good. You only run 2 of it because you can search it off Guru. 3 clogs a little bit. And then your next hand trap, 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Negate any monster. And if you're going first and you set it face down, you can sometimes negate scales off of this. It's great, because if you set it face down and then activate it, it negates the spell effects in that spell and trap effects in that column. Sometimes it comes in clutch, especially if your opponent's not paying attention to what's going on. Probably the best trap in the deck, honestly. You play 3 copies of There Can Only Be One. You flip this on most decks, and they shake your hand and say game 2. No one can really play around this card. It's so hard to play around, and it doesn't hurt your deck at all. you got to play 3 copies of it because you want to see it every game. Next, you play 3 copies of Solemn Judgment. I don't know about you, but when a card that will never kill me, unlike Warning or Strike, negates anything I want it to negate, I play 3 copies of it. And it's a counter trap, so it's really hard to respond to. It's fantastic. And then speaking of Strike, play 2 copies of it because just more negates is nice. You always want to keep negating. Just keep things off the battlefield. Next, play 2 Crackdown. Because it's really nice to steal your opponent's Galatea and just turn it into your own Dingirsu. It's really nice. And then to end it, you just play 1 Metaverse. It's your 5th copy of Hidden City. That's all it does. It's really good, and it's your consistency engine. All right, before we get into the extra deck, I forgot to mention, total main deck, 41 cards. I play 41 because the extra card is the 3rd Pod Duality. I think the extra card is worth the consistency add that Duality gives. All right, so the extra deck, play 1 Hayate. It's a crackdown for your Sky Striker matchup. Hayate is probably the best one because it can attack directly. Then you play the other thing you don't go into. You don't never go into Cerberus, never go into Phoenix, never go into Unicorn. They're there in case you need to. Cerberus outs a Nibiru token, which we played in the side deck. Phoenix outs any problematic spell or trap. Unicorn outs any problematic anything. But then I've never gone into them, probably never go into them, but they're there just in case I need them. Then your 1 Xyz, you play Dingirsu, the Orcus of the Evening Star. You make this off your opponent's Galatea that you steal off Crackdown, send a card from field to grave. It's great, I've done it so many times. They always scoop to it. Then for your super poly targets, which are the only important cards in your extra deck, honestly, play 2 copies of Mud Dragon the Swamp, 2 copies of Predaplant Dragostaplia, 1 Predaplant stupid name I can't pronounce. Can you see that? I hope you can see that, because I can't pronounce this stupid name. And 3 copies of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It's a fantastic card. Kills Orcus. Play 3 of it. Then you play 2 Salmon Great Violet Chimera, because I don't like Salad. I hate the Salmon Great matchup. It's awful. And that's it for your extra deck. Move on to the side deck. Play 3 copies of Artifact Lancia, because Orcus is the most prevalent deck in the metagame, and this just kills that game. It also helps against the Thunder Dragon matchup and the Salad matchup. It's such a good card. Then 3 copies of Nibiru, because this deck struggles going second. So you just want to size as many going second cards as possible. Nibiru, Primal Being, they summon 5 more times during your normal. You just say, no, have a big token. Get rid of everything. Have a big token. Enjoy your big token. Speaking of going second cards, we also play 3 copies of Dino Wrestler Pancratops. Because you summon this. Sometimes you don't even need to use Defective Tribute this and pop something. You just swing over their monster, and you just keep having this big body that can swing over things. Oh, and speaking of the devil, 3 copies of Super Poly. Such a pretty card. Outs almost any board state. It's really hard to respond to. You can't really do anything much about it. You activate this, your opponent can't really do much, and you just break their board. GG. Then for the Mirror match or the Ultrageist matchup or True Draco matchup, you play 2 copies of Heavy Storm Duster. Such a good card. Pops 2 Speller Traps. And then 1 copy of Imperial Order, because you don't really like the Endymion matchup. You don't like spells in general. You also don't like Super Poly on your own. So Imperial Order just negates all of that. That's it for my deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. It's a great channel. My videos are definitely the best, bar none. Waterboy sucks. But go give his deck profile a check out. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Thank you. See you soon. This is our identity.